Hopefully we got enough internet. All right, I'm going to try to get a description and stuff on here.
You're live.
Is it right?
It says you're live. I don't know.
Does it look right?
Yeah, I haven't clicked on it. Yeah, it's good.
It's just nothing happening.
Unconnected, yeah.
Hmm?
Look.
I'm editing this.
Okay.
Is it good or not?
Yeah, it's good.
Can you? Should you look on it on your phone?
I can put it on my phone.
You got the volume off?
On the TV, yes.
Okay, I think I got all the the title and everything, the description all done. Let me see one more thing.
Leisure's on. Hi, Pete.
Hey, Leisure, how's it look on your end? We just got started. Yeah, it looks good on my computer. Everything's looking right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got done with a customer, so we had to help him before we could go live, and just running just a little bit later than what I was anticipating, but we helped him out yesterday, and then he came in and paid today. So yeah, then I had to take the recycling out and all the scrap metal, because that was looking pretty bad. The Ranger was full. And then two unexpected brake jobs we got in. So we ordered all the parts for those for the morning. You got to crank the volume all the way. I don't know how to make that better.
I don't know.
Why don't you go over there, Michelle, and see how the volume is?
Okay.
So, yeah. So I got these all ready. The Suburban's all ready for the pads and the rotors, and then this Ford Edge, I got that all ready for the pads and rotors. I cleaned all the caliper brackets and got everything all cleaned up, so I can just slap them together tomorrow morning, because the regular appointment for tomorrow's coming in for warranty on all the suspension parts I put on 2 years ago. And O'Reilly's is going to warranty all them parts and give me a labor claim, so. But I got to get these two, or at least the Suburban, done before I get that one in. All right, Michelle says it's good. Yeah, it's probably just a little bit quieter. I'll try to talk a little louder, and I do have a microphone I could try.
No, it sounds fine on the phone.
I do have a microphone I could try if it is too quiet for you guys.
We could check the.
Hey, Leisure's talking to you.
Okay. Hey, Leisure.
So how's the weather out there? All right, you'll have to turn that down or it echoes.
It's off. I know.
So yeah, it's been kind of hectic, and yesterday we took off to do some appointments, but we still ended up getting like 2 or 3 vehicles in. And then we went to Harbor Freight, and I got 3 of my flashlights warranted. I bought another one. I bought some more tape to go in my tape drawer. We bought some zip ties to go into the Michelle's zip tie holder. That I figured that video would do better than it's 40 degrees in the 40s there. It's in New England. I think it's Connecticut. Isn't it Connecticut?
Oof, it's
So yeah, we got some zip tie holders, and I can't remember what else I got. And then we went to Menards, and I needed some hand cleaner, windshield washer fluid. I always have to, every time I go to Rochester, I gotta buy windshield washer fluid.
It's 45 here right now.
Yeah, we're at 45 degrees here right now. I think we're gonna get some rain. There's no snow in the forecast, is there?
Rain tonight.
Constipulation state. Did I say that right?
Connecticut, the constipation state.
Constipation state. And rust we trust, right? Yeah. Rusty but trusty and rust we trust. From today's comments, or maybe they were yesterday's. Yeah, today I did the Chevy that had the alternator hooked up wrong. They put the alternator positive cable to the case, and they took the bolt out of the back of the alternator out of the rectifier where it's supposed to be, and then hooked that wire up there. And they had to have had a lot of smoke. He never said anything about smoke or bad smells. But I drive it in, and I can't turn the wheel, but I noticed the voltage gauge is just, she's down there like 11 volts. I'm like, it's not charging. So I popped the hood, and I'm just looking at that. And I'm like, this isn't right. This is not right. They got the cable going right to the case. How can that even work? And then I follow the cable down, and it's burned right off. So I was like,
Well, and they didn't even reinstall it in the proper position.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it had to be turned, didn't it?
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, it was installed correctly. They just hooked the wire up wrong. They took the bolt out of the back of the rectifier and put it on the case.
Oh.
Or somebody did.
Oh, it's raining.
Mahler, the installer. Yeah, he is kind of a caveman. I know the guy, and I'm not going to say who he is, but he's a nice guy, very nice guy. He's had like I would say 4 of those old Chevys, like 97 and 98. But he's a Ford guy, so I don't know why he's driving Chevys now. I don't think he can find any Ford pickups right now. They're kind of scarce around here. I got one out there in the parking lot, but the frame is broke, so.
Everything's so rusty out here.
Yeah, it's very rusty, and that guy is still looking for the frame for the subframe for the Murano, and he's gonna get one, and I'm not looking forward to doing it. The last one I did, I had one of the bolts break off that held the subframe to the unibody, and that sucked because it took me forever to get that dropped down. And the one I did was from the junkyard, and it had the diff in it. It had all the control arms and all that stuff was there. So the one that this guy's going to get is going to be a bare frame. So I got to switch everything over, and it's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. I told him I want it here 2 days ahead of time so I could soak everything down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing here. I don't have an oxygen acetylene torch yet, but I do have an acetylene jeweler's torch. I have 2 of those, and they can get stuff pretty hot. So I want to get an induction heater. That would really work good. It's on my list of stuff to get. I just got to get past the tax season here, and the tax man, he was kind of hard on me this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get,
mean.
I want to get through paying my taxes, and then, yeah, I got a MAP gas torch. The little jeweler's torches I got, they work. They get stuff red hot. You just gotta heat it for a while. Like I take studs out of the exhaust manifolds, and it can heat the whole end up cherry red hot. It just takes for a while. They're made for like shaping and welding metals. Like gold and silver, and I think I need to get a new end for mine, like more of a pinpoint torch end. I got 2 of them, and went and got the tank filled on one of them last year, and it was only like, can't remember, like $25 to fill one of those tanks. We just did an exchange.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could get one of those jeweler torches set up for oxy acetylene, but I just haven't yet. I've been able to get by without it. There are times when I need a torch for sure, I'll tell you that. So, yeah. Michelle cleaned the floor a little bit, and were you going to go see if that truck had any food for us?
I can if you want me to.
Yeah, there's a food truck down on the corner, and she was going to see if we could get some food, but it's okay if you don't want to.
No, I do. I love Japanese food.
Yeah, I don't know if I would eat any. Yeah, it's a Japanese
food. I'll
food
get you something you'll eat.
Food truck
I'll get you something.
before they leave, because I don't know what time they're going to leave, but they're sitting down there by the gas station on the corner. Last time, what was it, a Mexican one last time?
Yeah, it was Mexican food.
So the last couple times, it's been a Mexican food truck, and the very last time, we only been there to that truck twice, but the second time I went there, I got sick. So I never wanted to go back. But this time we see it's a different truck sitting there. So Michelle thought she would go get us.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah, Leisure said that sounds good. So hurry up.
Okay.
So she's going to go see if they got any food for us. And yeah, those little things you see on my bench there, them are some magnets. The guy works on windmills and can't remember what he told me they use them for, but they are some very powerful magnets. And I don't know of any use I would use them for. Like maybe we could put a sign on the outside of the building. They're that strong. Like I think they use them for like safeties when they're up there. Like I stuck one flat on some steel and I could not get it pried off, even with my big pry bar. I had to use a couple pry bars, and then I was worried that the magnet was gonna snap back down on my fingers, and that wouldn't be good. So, yep, I'm gonna get these 2 brake jobs done tomorrow morning. I'll try to do a little short video on probably the Suburban. And I'm getting my pads and rotors. They're all going to be shipped in. So they won't be here till like 9:30. Even though I ordered them tonight, they come from Rochester, and then they leave Rochester at 9. So then they get here about 9:30, which is nice. Was about a month ago, 2 months ago, the Chevy dealer moved me to the end of the route, so I wouldn't get my parts till like 4:30, 5:30. I'm like, what? I've been waiting for you guys all day. I even called to make sure they were on the truck. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, well, we moved you to the end of the route. But now I noticed that I must have got moved back to where I was, because now the parts show up like at 10:30, 11 from the dealers. And it was only the Chevy dealer that moved me to the end of the route. So I'm glad they moved me back, because like I'll order the parts, a lot of the parts the night before, and then I can work on the car in the morning. I did have some trouble getting some struts for a 2021 Tahoe. Man, I think every Chevy dealer's out in the country. It took me, I still got them sitting here because we had to postpone the guy's appointment. It took me a month and a half to get a couple struts for a 2021 Tahoe. Yeah, those magnets. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I got 4 of them, so I could hang up a sign or something. And the guy gave them to me because he knows I just tinker around with stuff. So just not sure. They're pretty dangerous magnets. Like if you put your hand in there, it'd crush it. Most powerful magnets, and I've got some powerful magnets. Used to build some windmill generators, and used to take like a 12 SI alternator, and I'd take the field or the pull shoes off and take the coil out of the field, and then I put a big magnet in there, and then she would output without, just by turning it. I still have that alternator somewhere, so I turned it into a permanent magnet alternator. Yeah, maybe they kept breaking down. I was so mad when they moved me to the end of the route, but there's nothing I could do about it. So I'm just glad they moved me back to wherever I moved to now, because I get my parts between like 10:30 and 11:30 now. And I guess they bring the Ford parts too. So the Ford and Chevy are all together, and I do get a lot of Ford parts. I always put OE Ford parts on, and I guess a lot of OE GM parts too. I always try, if it's reasonable, I always try to put the dealer parts on. I don't put dealer brakes on, but as far as just about everything else, I'll put on from the dealer. Unless you come into my shop and you request that I put Motorcraft brakes on your car, then I will. Yep, they do. So all the parts stores have asked me how late, what my hours are, and AutoZone from Austin will deliver here like at 6:30 sometimes. The guy who lives in Spring Valley, so on his way home, he'll bring me parts if I got any coming. Other than that, during the day, like 8 to 5, they come whenever I call them, or actually, I order my parts on the computer. So whenever I put in an order, they come from AutoZone. Then I got another Auto Values in Austin. They only come 3 times a day. The Napa and O'Reilly's are in Spring Valley, and they come whenever I order parts. Then I got all the dealers in Rochester and one parts store in Rochester that come once a day. And I did not get, I'll have to check my notes, but I got to get into that one you were talking about last week, Leisure. We put it down. Oh, I had to get a new notepad, so it's in my old notepad, but I could go back. It was car parts, factory parts or something? Let me see. I'd have to go back in my history. I can't remember. I had it pulled up and I had to restart my computer, so I lost that page. But we were going to stop in there yesterday when we were in Rochester. We just, we had too much stuff to do with the appointment and then going to Harbor Freight and Menards. And then we went and got something to eat and Factory Motor Parts. Yeah, I think that's the one that was in. Let me just type it in. Yeah, I'm sure that's the one. They're in Rochester. I'm just looking it up here. Locations. So if it ain't this one, then. Yep, this is the one. So they're in Rochester. I just got to stop in there and see if I can fill out an account or paperwork and see if I can get them up on Parts Tech, and then see if they deliver. Delivery is a big thing, but I'd still get an account with them because I could send Michelle up to Rochester to pick it up if I need it. But right now we got on Parts Tech I got all of them up on Parts Tech. I don't know why it's not working here. I probably have to put a vehicle in. So we got Napa, O'Reilly's, Johnston, Auto Value, and AutoZone. So and it's all got my pricing in there, and I can order anything I want from here. Although Johnston said, so when you order parts on Parts Tech, the parts stores get charged for you to use their service because they don't charge me. So Johnston has asked me if I will just go to their website and order the parts. So I do that on everything that I can, so it saves them a little money. And so tomorrow I ordered the DFC brake pads and some, I think they're titanium rotors. So when you order brake pads and rotors from Johnston, I get a box of Girl Scout cookies. So I should get 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. And I don't get to choose what kind of Girl Scout cookies they give me. They just bring them. So whatever they feel like bringing is what I get. So I'm pretty excited for that. Yep, that's the one. So I'm gonna peanut butter ones. Do the Girl Scouts make the peanut butter ones? I like homemade peanut butter cookies myself the best. Just love them. And I do, or the brother of the guy that I bought this shop from, they have a trucking company, and once in a while a package will get damaged. They do a refrigerated freight, and so a lot of food stuff. And once in a while a package will get damaged, or they'll find something out of date, it didn't get shipped in time, and they would bring me peanut butter cookies that were so good. I miss them cookies. And I remember at one time that I got a couple cases of beer because it was expired. So I don't know if he had to pay some for the beer, but he brought me a few cases of beer. And it was Busch Light, so, but it was expired. But I couldn't tell the difference. I drank it all. So I don't know what normally happens with expired beer, if, from Anheuser-Busch, what they do with it, or if they dump it or they give it away or sell it at a discounted rate. I don't know. So I don't know how, because I'm sure beer has a good shelf life. I don't know how it got expired, but it did. And I didn't have no trouble. I didn't get sick or nothing. And I drank it all. And there's none here. I can show you how they turned it into Busch Light. Oh, I see. So, maybe. No, they don't. They don't. But that's funny. Yeah, so until that and they drank it and they said it was good, so I drank. I had no problem. One time when I was younger, we moved into this truck shop and we were starting a car shop, but there was a refrigerator in there and there's this can of Budweiser in there, and I know for sure that Budweiser was in there for a long time, but I could feel it was still carbonated, but it was in the fridge for at least 2 years when we worked there, and then one of my buddies came over and said he'll drink it, and he did. So remember that beer we got from Gavin that was expired?
Maybe. Did I drink it?
No, it was Busch Light.
Oh, I probably didn't.
But so I was asking, what do they do with beer if it ever gets expired? I don't know. How long does beer last?
Oh, it'll last forever. As long as so if it's in a bottle, it depends on the color of the bottle.
No, this beer expired, so there's an expiration on beer.
Right, of course. It's best when drank by then.
Yeah, so what do they do with the beer that does get expired then?
I don't know. Give it to the poor? Give it to the military?
Or do they dump it, or?
No, I probably just
So
drink it.
Leisure said they turn it into Busch Light.
Oh, maybe. Oh, that makes so much sense now.
Oh, I don't want none of that.
It's chicken and rice and veggies. And it is so good.
Those veggies look a little funny.
Nope, they're really good actually.
And that chicken, why is it so small, little kernel chicken?
Because they're little pieces.
Yeah, Michelle got her food from the Japanese food truck. How much was it?
It was free. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Heineken. I don't like Heineken at all.
It was like $16.
I don't like Keystone. And there's another cheap one I don't like. What's the other cheap one? Keystone. There's Keystone and there's another one. It might be a Minnesota beer.
Hams?
No, that they sell over there.
Oh.
Cheap off sale beer.
There's Michelob?
No, it's an off brand. It's not name brand.
I don't know.
But they had two different off brand beers over there.
You want to show them what I got?
Oh, I can.
That's like 10 pounds of food.
Yeah, it is heavy. And so here's what Michelle got at the food truck. I don't want to spill it. I don't know, what kind of sauce is that?
It's yum yum sauce.
Okay, and then...
There's vegetables, which is just sauteed vegetables, onions and carrots.
So after I get done, I'll get the leftovers.
And rice.
Now the rice, I could probably eat the rice and the...
There's a little bit of scrambled egg in the rice.
Oh.
It's okay.
I don't know if that's normal.
It is normal. It's good. And fried rice, that's fine. It's got a little flavor to it.
So I think this is our weekend. Maybe I'll have to talk to my brother, but we gotta host the NASCAR race on Sunday. If it's on us, is this our weekend? So we're thinking we're gonna have barbecues for everybody.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And we're gonna do it here in the shop with the big TV.
And I just learned what he means by barbecues, meaning sloppy joes.
Yeah, I call Sloppy Joe's barbecues. I don't know. I just do.
I was like, oh, like barbecue, like burgers and dogs? And he's like, nope, sloppy joes. How do you not know that?
So we'll put some chairs up. And my idea with the big TV too is sometimes we have like a refreshing course with the AC Delco and the Chevy, and sometimes they do Ford stuff too. Like the last place I worked at, we had some of those courses at the shop. Well, I got a bigger TV than the last shop and more seating room for people, for the instructor. and then you refresh your certifications for we went to VVT.
Mm-hmm.
So Michelle's certified to work on
Time and chain.
VVT timing on GM.
And you know what? If you can't get it figured out, you just set it on fire.
Yeah, she won a prize for that one.
Oh, I run all the prizes for it.
Yeah, she won like 3
The
prizes
hat,
that
the
night.
the
She got-
mug, the
yeah, she got us a couple hats, a mug.
the teacher loved that answer.
But that guy has since passed, so there hasn't been any AC Delco training classes. So I kind of miss them because I like to put the little certificates up on my wall. And that guy was pretty. So during his day, he was so smart with GMs that when GM had a problem at their dealers, that's the guy they called, and he would come there. He didn't have to work or anything, but his knowledge of telling the techs how to fix it. So yeah, he kind of taught me a little bit into the programming side of GM, and we got our MDI2, and we can do it all here too now. I got a count. I think I got one more credit left to do programming on one more car.
Oh, we got free pizza too. That day.
No, we had to pay for. Well, yeah. When the GM classes come, you get a free meal. I can't remember. They're not too bad. Maybe like $50 or $40. They're kind of cheap. Now O'Reilly's has been putting out some classes, and they're $100, and I'm not paying $100. So. And I don't think like O'Reilly's are like standard ignition products and stuff like that. So you don't really get any kind of certification other than an O'Reilly paper. The best classes I did were back in early 90s when I got my AC certification of all that kind of stuff. No, but they do have like pop and water and no drinking, I don't think. Well, it's at the college, the community college in Rochester. So,
But when we go to like the O'Reilly or the Napa show things, what are they called? The
tool show.
Yeah, they have open bars there.
Yeah, so I think last year we went to, was it the Chevy dealer?
No, we went to
No,
like
it was
a
Rochester.
hotel.
It was Rochester Motor Cars, and they're with Chevy and Ford, maybe a couple other ones, and they had a free banquet just to say thanks to everybody, and free. It was 2 different kinds of like meat you could choose from, and then free drinks. So we went to that, and then Napa has like a tool seminar, and I can't remember what it's called, but we just call it the tool show, where all their reps are there, all their product lines are there, all their tools are there.
And that's also open bar unless you want top shelf drinks and stuff, then you
Yeah.
gotta pay, but it ain't very much.
But we didn't go last year because we made Napa mad. We dropped our auto care, we dropped our tracks.
I think it's more the other way around. They made us mad.
Yeah, if they wouldn't have made us mad, we wouldn't have made them mad.
We
So we got rid of our auto care, and I'm gonna take the sign down outside. I'm gonna put up my own sign. They made a bunch of promises to us, and they couldn't follow through.
Well,
And
just leave the sign up and take a thing of spray paint and just put like an X through Napa, and then put Pete's
yeah,
next to it.
I don't think you can do that.
I don't care.
It's like defamation or something.
Well,
But the wind kind of got to my sign this last fall and ripped part of it down, so it's all bent up. I'm not too proud of the sign anymore. So I'm gonna take the Napa sign down, and I'm thinking about putting a digital sign up there because I can't afford a double-sided digital sign, a big one, but I could probably afford a single-side big one. And then, because I still got, just this last week, we had people come in that did not know we were a repair shop. I do not need to be any busier. I'll tell you that. I'm 2.5 weeks out, and now that it's getting summer, I'm getting even more busy.
well, these 2 vehicles are like last minute. I need help now.
Yeah.
That didn't even have appointments, and
They did not have
they both
appointments.
need front brakes.
Hey Rob, how you doing? So No, I really don't. So the sign I have out there right now does like brake service, AC service, and stuff like that. I don't want to advertise.
Well, we have a neon sign.
We do not have a neon sign.
Yeah, it's the one that we can program ourselves. Isn't
That's
that
an
a
LED
neon?
sign.
Oh, wow. Isn't that the same thing?
No, neon signs are different.
Oh.
So how's it going, Rob? What's been going on? Nice to see you in here. So we decided like every Thursday night, and we ran a little bit late tonight getting started because we had to take care of a customer. We are open till 8. So the customer was coming in to pay from yesterday. So we took care of him, and not sure. Yeah, he bought a part from us is what happened. But he's a talker and likes to talk. He might be watching. But I told him he had his own shop, and he's a good mechanic and went to school for it all. And I told him like your experience might help out somebody if you wanted to come out or come into the live feed. But yeah, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, my mailbox, we got that taken care of. So a car hit my mailbox on Easter. Was it Easter Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
It was an old lady, and the sun was out, and she said the sun blinded her. And we actually know this lady because she cooks our sandwiches at the gas station.
She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, so did kind of get it all figured out, and she does have insurance, and I guess it's Progressive, and they are going to be getting a hold of me. I figured they'd get a hold of me by now, but they haven't.
Yeah.
But I did kind of piece together the mailbox, and I put it out there, and it's a little lower than what it should be, but the mailman stopped in today, and he said that was just fine. Yeah, Michelle got her package for her dog.
We got the bark box for Daisy.
Where's Daisy?
She's right there by your feet.
Oh, she's right down here. So the dog, yeah, got you guys on mobile again. The dog is down here. Say hi,
Hi,
Daisy.
Daisy. Over here. She's like, I want Mama's food.
Oh yeah, she wants the food.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if we need to walk around the shop or so that's why the volume might be a little bit lower, Leisure, is because the microphone is like facing almost away from me. I just think this is the perfect angle. I got both hoists, and you can kind of see around. So, yeah, it's been pretty busy, really busy, and I get calls every day, and I think we're already filled up on oil changes this week, and this weekend on Saturday it's pretty full. I think there's 3 or 4. And one of the oil changes needs something else. I can't remember. Oh yeah, he said he developed, or he's seeing a couple spots of oil on the ground, and it's a pretty new Chevy pickup. Excuse me. So he wants me to check out and see where this oil's dripping from. And I know it ain't from me changing oil because that's a newer Chevy, and I made sure everything is perfect. I got an AC Delco oil filter on it, and he gets his own oil, so can't remember what oil we put in it last time, but it's some good stuff. This guy takes pristine care of his vehicles. So my computer lags behind so far. So that's my question. I'm wondering if the comments are lagged behind. No, they're not, because I just seen Michelle post that comment. So the video I'm looking at on my computer is lagging behind, but the comments are right up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's only a few places on the Chevys that are pretty known for oil leaks, and could be the rear cover, the rear seal, or the oil pan. Yeah, but so when he bought this truck, I did an inspection on it, and we went back through and looked at the inspection, and there was nothing for any oil leaks at all. Yeah, so that rear seal cover that covers the camshaft, that holds the seal in there, they are known to leak. So whenever you pull the oil pan, you got to do that one too. Unless you're 100% sure that that's not leaking, you can just do the oil pan, I guess. But usually it's always the seal. I did a seal on another Chevy, and it was leaking because they did like 20,000 mile oil changes, and I'm like, the oil filter was almost rusted through when they brought it to me. And they're like, we got an oil leak. And I kind of told them, they didn't come back. They must have not liked me. But I told them, I said, you got to change your oil a little more often. I said, degraded oil is what wrecked your rear seal, and that's why it was leaking. Oh, that was like a year ago now. So, but anyways, I know the people and their locals. If there was any problems, they would have came back. They didn't like me telling them that they need to get an oil change more often. I mean, I just tell the truth. I'm not too harsh with people. And they do change their oil themselves, but it's at a truck shop, and they could possibly even be putting the wrong oil in it. So I think on the newer Chevys, that is it the 6.0 or the 6, is it the 6.2 that are recalled to the 040? I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's probably going to be 530. Unless they want the 040. I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet, and I do have some newer Chevys that are the 020 still, and so that's what I'm saying. The newer Chevys in the summer, I'm going to put that are the 020s. I'm going to upgrade them to 530. And so the reasoning behind the 020 is fuel mileage, the EPA. So I'm not worried about it. My customers are not worried about it. They would rather have their vehicle run forever. So I'm going to be upgrading some of those, at least in the summertime, to 530. Not sure what I'll do in the winter as far as the 020 trucks. Unless it's the new ones that need the 040, and then I just might do that. I don't even know if Napa has 040. Let me look it up and see if they have 040. I don't even have Napa pulled up today. Usually I pull that up when I do my live feed, so I have access to my Mitchell. In case somebody has a question on a code or something. But let me pull Napa up here and see if they have. I know they have 030. And it's raining out there right now.
It is again.
Yeah. So I think we just have some. Oh, they have Liquid Molly 040, Castrol, Lucas. Oh, wait. Nope. So the only thing they can get in a reasonable amount of time is Liquid Molly 040. So I'm not sure. I haven't had any of those Chevys in yet that they need the upgraded oil, that were recalled or whatever, and now they have to have 040, which to me is they got something wrong with their machining processes, or clearances are too tight, or they got an oiling issue, something. I don't know if I would chance 020 in my race car engine. I think I would chance 530 maybe, but I don't know. 020, I don't like it. When it first came out, I thought it was a joke, to be honest with you. I better get my comments back up. I might be missing something.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I've done a couple. So we do get a lot of oil leaks in here. So the Chevy today, with the alternator that had the wiring wrong, and they had the battery cable going to the case, so it has a power steering leak. So I poured some power steering fluid in there, and I'd actually just poured some ATF in there because I know it was going to run on the floor. But it ended up running on the floor. It's running right out of the shaft seal. So that pump looked kind of old, so I can put those shaft seals in, and I have done them before, and it's a lot cheaper. But I think I'm going to recommend this guy just get a new pump, and I might have one sitting in the garage. So he told me not to worry about it, but I did check it out. So he's coming tomorrow to pick up his truck. It's charging now, and everything's good. And so I ended up, what I did to fix it, the fusible link was split in half. So I just cut the two melted ends off that fusible link, and I just butt connected it back together and heat shrinked her all up, and it's working good. It wasn't getting hot or nothing. It was charging good, so I left it at that. So it still has enough of that fusible link. Like if it shorted out or anything, I don't know why they have a fusible link. They never used to use it. The older cars didn't have them, and a lot of cars still don't have a fusible link or any kind of fuse. I did go out and look at my 2009 Chevy I got out there for parts, and it does have a fuse block going to that alternator. But so that's what I did, and it's an old truck. I don't think anything bad could happen. It would just melt that again. I don't think it can start on fire or cause any fire hazards or anything like that. And the kid don't like to put a lot of money in it. He just drives it around town. So the problem was it wasn't charging, and it wouldn't stay running for him. So I'm sure he put the alternator on there too. So I got that all taken care of for him. And he's going to be more than happy. And I just spliced that fusible link back together. So the whole fusible link's like about 4.5 inches, and it's still 4.5 inches. So we got tomorrow's warranty on the fronts. That's Michelle. So
smoking.
So tomorrow's warranty on another 90. It's a 97 Chevy. I did the Pitman arm, the idler arm, bushing bracket thing. I had the guy get an alignment. I had the guy get new tires. So everything was tight in the front end. 2 years later, everything, he just brought it in. And I don't know. I think I might have told you guys about that before. Everything is loose on the front end. All the parts I got from O'Reilly's are all loose as a goose. So I notified Checker Fusible Link.
Because I'm smoking.
Yeah. So I notified O'Reilly's. They're going to get me all the parts here, and we get to do a little warranty claim. So I don't know. I never had to do a warranty claim before. So I've been doing this quite a few years, and I've never had the issue. Like most of the times I just cover it myself because it's something really small. Like if your sensor went bad. But this time I was kind of upset. I'm like, all the parts, I'm like, this stuff is junk. And they're like, well, then we're going to rush you out some whatever parts you got. We're going to rush you out new ones, and I get to file a warranty claim. So it'll be the first time filing a warranty claim. I've never had to do it before. I've always just covered it myself. Like if something goes wrong, or if I get a comeback, which how many comebacks do we get? One a year?
Hardly ever.
So if we get a comeback, then I got to cover everything myself, unless the guy bought the parts himself. I do not warranty. I'll stand by my workmanship, but I'm not going to stand by his junk parts. Oh, there was one. Yep. So the guy, I told the guy I could save him some money. I got a rack opinion for Ford Fusion online. I saved him like $1,500, and I told him I wouldn't warranty it. A year later, it goes out. So I did get the part warranted. I did work with him because he's a local guy, but I did charge him a little bit to swap it out too, and he wasn't happy about that. But he still comes here, so he's not too mad. Yeah, I know. The Napa suspension, what do they call that stuff?
I don't know.
But it's good stuff. And it's the cheaper line, or the Fleet. The Fleet is good. No, it's called Napa Chassis. So Napa Chassis stuff is awesome stuff. I've never had a Napa Chassis tie rod, Napa Chassis ball joint, a Napa Chassis anything go bad ever. And I just started using Fleet stuff, so I'm assuming that stuff is just as good, but I just started using some of the Fleet. So if I get some Fleet stuff, which I can, and the brake pads on the 2021 PPV Tahoe, the police car, they are like 75% still. The rotors are good. So what did I do that a year ago?
Yeah.
So the original pads only made it 30-some thousand. We are almost up to six. I think we're. Let me pull it up, but it's coming back in for the struts. That's the one I had the hard time getting the struts for. So let me pull up the police department. And it was just in maybe, can't remember what they were in for. Well, it was in for an oil change. So let me pull up the mileage. So we're up to 50,000. So the original pads only lasted 30,000, but I already got 20,000 on these pads, and they hardly have any wear on them. And I put Fleet pads in there because the GM pads were like $300 and some my cost for police patrol vehicle pads. I thought that was ridiculous, and I talked to the chief, and he said go ahead with the Napa chassis pads. I did have a heck of a time with them squeaking. I had to take them out. It's their Brembo, so I think it's like 6 piston calipers on that thing. So I ended up coming up with a solution, and that was, here, let me go get it. I'll show you what fixed the police car squeaking brake pads. So this stuff right here. Back in the day, I used to get this because back in my day, brake pads, you had a hell of a time to make them stop squeaking. So what we would do back then, we'd chamfer the edges. We'd grind the edges at a 45, and then we'd put this stuff on there, and then they'd stop squeaking. So I pulled that trick on the police car, and it's good. So I'm just assuming my pads the pads I put in there are going to go double what the original ones did. In the rear, I did use all PPV.
Brake pads don't wear when the vehicle is parked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. I just think I'm doing good. We bought that. Our city bought that car brand new, and 30,000 miles on the brakes, and I see this guy go by every once in a while.
I don't think he uses the brakes. That's the problem. He just uses the gas.
Maybe, but he did complain about all the squeaking for.
Yeah, because he couldn't creep up on people. Now he can.
Yeah.
So we just helped him be more mean.
I did chamfer the pads that didn't work. I took the smooth surface off the rotors that didn't work. And the third time I put this stuff on there, and that worked. And that Brembo setup on there is a little bit goofy. For such how big that caliper is, it's super lightweight. And another thing I'm going to tell you, like that, I get to drive the car, the police car, after I fix it.
I know.
That thing, I don't beat on it, but that thing can turn on a dime. Like when I go out on my run to burnish in the brake pads and make sure it's braking correctly, I'm pretty sure I can just stop in the 2-lane road in my lane, and I can turn that wheel and turn back into the other lane and go the other way. That thing turns so sharp. Yeah, my computer lags so far behind.
Yeah, move it forward.
So yeah, and they turned the radar machine off when they bring it here.
Got gas from.
But I'm gonna tell you, like, I can tell you when I'm driving that car down the road, I can see people hit their brakes. People pay attention when they see a police car coming down the road, and then they're always waving, and they don't know it's me in there. So I of course I wave back, and sometimes I'm wearing my hoodie in there, so maybe that's not a good look. But I'm telling you, one time, so at the other place I worked at in the next town over, and that guy's a great guy, but we did the county police car vehicles for everything they needed, like any kind of services and anything they needed. So when we do oil changes at that shop, we would take the car out before the oil change, and I don't do that here, but we'd do a whole driving inspection. Like we'd drive it, make sure the rotors are good, make sure the wipers work, make sure there's no vibrations, make sure the horn works. So I'm driving the sheriff's car, and I'm going down the busy highway, and there's some road construction coming up, but I'm like, well, I should just make sure the horn works. So I just gave her a tap, and all the lights came on, all the sirens came on. I didn't know what to do. I didn't see no switches to shut it off. I don't think I was aware enough to hit the horn again. I don't know if that would have worked anyway. So I ended up pulling in because cars were pulling over. I'm like, this is not good. I can't pull cars over. So I pull into I'm really close to getting back to the shop. So I pull in this other guy's driveway that can lead to our shop. And as soon as I get to a point where I can actually stop, I get out. So as soon as I get out of the vehicle and open the door, all the lights shut off. So I'm not sure if I could have opened the door when I was driving or if I hit the horn again when I was driving, if it would have shut the sirens and the lights off. But that was a pretty interesting experience. And then I told the sheriff what happened, and he couldn't stop laughing. I do know one thing, that when they brought their cars there, they requested that I work on them.
Are you reading all of Leisure's jokes about police?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should read some of these. So yeah, we'll start up here where something's smoking, and that was Michelle. And then check her fusible link. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would be afraid to do that. She'll get the paddle. Napa suspension parts. Yeah, we talked about that. It's Napa chassis that I like.
Yep, we talked about
They're
that.
really
Now,
good.
next one.
And brake pads don't wear when the vehicle's parked at Dunkin' Donuts. Well, yeah, I think like that would happen in Spring Valley and Rochester, but there's no Dunkin' Donuts here. And they will sit out in my driveway, which I allow them to do that. And
No, they don't do that no more.
they probably don't do it when we're here.
Probably because we've
But I bet
shoot
you-
his ass out a few times.
I bet you they do it when we're gone.
Maybe.
But yeah, they do sit. I don't. He sits all over.
He's got
Around
gas
here.
from Taco Bell. He gets gas. The police get gas from Taco Bell.
Yeah, I think everybody gets that. And I mean, it's for real too.
Yeah.
Do not. I don't.
If you're backed up, just go to Taco Bell.
I
You'll
only
be
go.
good after that.
I only go to Taco Bell like once a year. That's about. I like Taco John's. I can eat their stuff, and that's good.
Oh, well, that's the opposite for me, but okay.
I remember one time we went there, and me and my buddy got like 60 tacos. But yeah, I love Taco John's, but Taco Bell, I don't know. And the prices at Taco Bell. Well, I'm going to tell you about prices. I went to Subway the other day, and I got 1 foot long. It was $15.
They used to be $5.
I remember I used to get them for like $3.85 or something, but I don't know, and it doesn't taste the same as it used to. Maybe that's just me, but I don't think their meats and their lettuce and all that. The only thing I can eat at McDonald's is breakfast, or I guess a fish fillet.
Yeah.
So it was about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I stopped there and got a Big Mac. I couldn't eat it. It tasted like cardboard.
Yeah, the Big Macs aren't the same anymore, I don't think.
And it was the burger. The burger was so thin. It's like only a 1/4 inch thick.
Mm.
And it was terrible. It literally tasted like cardboard.
Rubber pancakes. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. The fast food now. So I'll tell you where me and Michelle went the other day. And, you know, it isn't too bad. I can't remember what it cost us, but we went to Arby's. I like the beef and cheddars. We got it. And then they have a new ham. What kind of ham?
Ham and Swiss.
A ham and Swiss sandwich. So I got a beef and cheddar and a ham and Swiss, and Michelle got a beef and cheddar.
Those are good.
Yeah, so
But they're expensive. It's like $17 for 3 sandwiches. Just
that's
the
nothing.
sandwiches.
That's nothing compared to Subway. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's true.
So we do try to go out like on a date night on Friday nights. We'll try to go out. There's a nice restaurant in one of the next towns over in Racine. It's called Cars Bar and Grill.
Yeah,
So,
in Racine, and it's spelt like racing almost.
yeah, but they got a great little restaurant and bar there.
Yeah, Cars Bar and Grill. They're awesome. They got great food and great service, great drinks.
Yeah. So Leisure said he hasn't been in Arby's in years.
Yeah, beef and cheddars are still primo.
I like Hardee's. There's the only Hardee's we have are in Albert Lee and Austin. So
Oof, Hardee's. I just can't with Hardee's.
I like the hot ham and cheese and the big roast beef.
I know you like your roast beef and ham.
But we used to have them in Rochester and Sturtville, and we don't have the Hardee's there anymore. There's one out on 35, and is that Minneapolis or would that be St. Paul?
On 35,
Yeah,
it runs through both, so it depends.
or it's on I-94 maybe.
It runs through both also.
Yeah, I would stop there because I used to do a lot of service calls up there, so I'd stop at that Hardee's. But now we got one in Austin, and I remember I was doing every day I was going for a service call in Austin when I first started at the landfill, working on the excavators.
Yeah.
I would stop at that Hardee's for breakfast, but Hardee's breakfast is not as good. It's a little more greasy and sloppy than McDonald's.
So it's hangover helper.
Roy Rogers. I don't think
I've never heard of Roy Rogers.
I don't think I've ever been there. Well, Leisure's a little older than us.
Well, I don't care how old Leisure is. He's got great jokes and he's amazing at conversating with.
Yeah.
But Roy Rogers.
Well, I guess I got a computer right here. I'll just look it up.
Yeah, Google Roy Rogers. Because when we go and travel in the motorhome, if there's a Roy Rogers, unless
I wonder where.
it says family values, family business. Yeah.
But it looks like it's based off an old Western. Well, that's Roy
Ooh.
Roger. Yeah, that whatever that sandwich was, that looked good.
It's a fish sandwich, fish platter sandwich.
So I've had some fish at like what do you call those? The little restaurants in the town. They would have Friday fish night, and I got sick from that fish like 10 years ago, and I hardly eat fish anymore. But that one looks good.
Hush puppies.
I wonder where.
Beer batter cod.
How can we figure out where there is one?
Locations. Right up next to the menu there. Go to the right. Nope. Too far to the right.
Oh, right here.
Right straight down. There you go.
Nope, there's no Roy Rogers close to us as far as I could see.
Aww.
They're only out on the eastern part of the United States.
Well, if we ever go over by that way, we'll definitely stop at Roy Rogers and try that.
How do I make this map smaller? Because yep, they're only
On the East Coast. And
right in that one area. I've never been to it.
is
I've
that
never
like
even,
North and South Carolina?
no, I think Virginia I seen. That's Pennsylvania, right below Pennsylvania. Right below New York, Pennsylvania, Washington, and Baltimore.
So I love, oh my gosh, I had swordfish like 5-6 years ago. And that was like a freaking steak. It was like almost like a pork steak, but it was on the grill. It was so good. Swordfish, believe it or not. And I'm a little scared about trying fish stuff. Well, I just don't like fishy fish. So like, I guess like shrimp and lobster, like I'm not into that, but like actual fish, as long as there's no bones in it.
Freshwater fish or fish
Saltwater fish is good too, but like salmon and.
from Alaska. I don't like any like ocean fish.
But yeah, I had swordfish and that was amazing.
So he said they had roast beef sandwiches. Must have been good. Yeah, the fish has got to be good though. Like I got sick from that mom and pop joint uptown when they used to be here. That guy was a racer, so I always went up there. He always supported me in my race car and my racing, so he had breakfast and then Friday nights were fish night, and I think he could serve alcohol up there too, so we'd get fish and beer, and I got so sick I couldn't go to work for like a week.
Oh my gosh.
When I was younger. So that was when I was in my 20s.
Oh, well, geez, that was like 1,000 years ago.
Seems like it. Although I can remember back to when I was 3 years old.
Yeah, that was 1,003 years ago.
I can't remember. Somebody, yeah, my mom, she was wondering how I knew all this stuff, and I'm like, well, I just never forgot it.
Well, when you have tragic events in your life, like the car freaking running down the driveway with nobody in it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You remember?
I don't
that
remember exactly how old I was. I think I was like 5 years old. Between 5 and 7, I'd go out and help Dad change oil.
Leisure said he didn't get sick from the fish. He got sick from the Busch Light.
Yeah, maybe.
He had too many
I
of
don't
those.
know. I don't know when I was that young if I drank Busch Light then.
I'm gonna have to go get you another one. You haven't even started. You're still on Mountain Dew today.
I know. Remember, I didn't have no Mountain Dew this morning,
Yeah.
so I need a little more.
I had a whole 12-pack in there all day, and you didn't even open it until just a little bit ago.
No, this whole morning. You didn't get here till this afternoon.
I'm telling you.
I had 2 Mountain Dews this whole morning
Yeah.
until you got here.
I brought you one,
That's not enough.
and then I brought you a 12-pack.
I know, but that's not enough in the morning.
But the 12-pack just got opened, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, I've had more since you brought it here than I did this morning.
Okay.
And in the morning is when I need it. I need to wake up.
Okay. Well,
That's why I get here early so I can drink a Mountain Dew and wake up.
you should have stopped at the store.
Yeah. It's just so expensive.
I know. He can't bear to pay the price, so I have to go and pay the price myself.
I'm a tight ass. We pinch all our pennies around here. I really like a Michelle zip tie holder. Let's go take a look at it. So I gotta remember to hold the camera. We'll go this way. Hold the camera so you guys can see. So it's over here, and we did get some more zip ties at Harbor Freight, but we haven't got them in there yet. And I even bought some colored ones. I got colored ones in the service truck, but these green ones we get at Menards. Maybe that's because, maybe the green ones are because of Menards.
Hey, that looks kind of cool.
Menards is green is their color. And then this sticker here I made for my Ranger, but it's supposed to have 2 C's here for custom car, but it was just a sticker that didn't get put onto the Ranger because when I cut it out in the vinyl machine, it missed part of the C, the big C. Oh, and oh yeah, we got fire extinguishers, so we went to Menards and got a couple more fire extinguishers because I was watching a video.
Thank you, Leisure.
I was watching a video that, you never can have too many fire extinguishers. And yeah, I got a question. Leisure will probably know the answer to this one. Yep, so there I am walking around. Can you see me on my TV? Yeah, see the delay? All right, so this fire extinguisher over here, let's go over here. It says it's for kitchen, and it's a dry chemical. But I'm just wondering, it says it's for like grease fires. I don't know where it said that. Special purpose for kitchen.
It said it on the box.
But on the box, it says it's for like grease fires and stuff. I think that would be good for the shop. I don't know, maybe Leisure would know the answer to this, or maybe Rob. But I did read in the ingredients in there, it's a dry chemical. It's not a halon.
They're kitchen extinguishers.
Yeah, so I don't know what else. This is some transmission fluid out of a guy's Equinox. So I did tell him, like, maybe we should think about flushing that. Here, I'll show you the brakes. So these are the rotors off this edge. They're just terrible. The brake pad is down to almost nothing. I did not find any stuck caliper pins or anything, but some of the pads on that are good. I think these were rust jacked.
Leisure asked if the extinguishers say ABC on it.
No, not the white one. The kitchen one does not say A, B, or C. Here's the brakes out of the Suburban here. And the caliper pins on the caliper's bad, so maybe the pistons were getting stuck. So I ordered a new caliper. But the other side pads are okay, but that rotor is shot. So like, yeah, that's too rusty. I would not even turn that on my machine. So yeah, we can go back over here. Well, now my phone says rotate, orientation is locked, rotate device back. That's weird.
No, you're fine. Just leave it.
No, that fire extinguisher doesn't say anything like ABC. Yeah, so I was able to push the calipers back, so I don't think it's the line. But tomorrow when I go on my test drive, that's I'll know if it's a line or not, because I always measure the temperature on the rotors. So yeah, it could be the brake line is getting collapsed, but so I got the brake line right now is pinched off. I guess I could undo the pincher and see if the brake fluid runs out. That's one way. But sometimes they only lock up. The brake line's only once you put pressure on your brake pedal, the inside will hold the pressure on. So sometimes you gotta have pressure on it to see if it's locked up. But yeah, it could be the brake line. I better check that out a little bit better tomorrow. Yeah, I wasn't able to drive it, and it wasn't stuck right when I brought it in. I mean, I'm able to turn it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to put a little, make sure that that brake line is not bad. Because now, if it was a Ford or a Dodge, I would suspect the brake line. I think, yeah, 'cause the Fords they rust off. So, like the F-150s, you got to watch out those where they got the big rubber on them. What do they call that? I don't know. It's to protect the hose. But they'll like to rust off there. And then there's the Dodges. So the Jeeps and the Dodges, them brake lines are garbage. They'll always stick or hold the brakes on. But I'll have to check that brake hose.
Did you tell them about the brakes in our Jeep?
What's wrong with the brakes in our Jeep?
You've never changed them? They've never been changed?
Yeah, we got original brakes in our Jeep, and it's got, well, how many thousand?
100, or I mean 70,
73,000 maybe,
yeah, something like that.
71,000. It's in there. Original brakes, but they're the rotors are getting a little grooved, but that's okay. The pad's got plenty of pad on them. They don't squeal or anything, so I'm gonna run them out, and then we'll have to do the rotors and the pads.
No, it stops well. As long as it stops, that's
Yeah.
all I care.
The Jeep has excellent brakes, but I
Out
don't.
here, it doesn't even really need
I
to
don't.
stop.
It's not that model of a Jeep. That's the one that's shipped in from where they made.
China?
No, they're not made in China. It's Germany, maybe.
Oh.
And they're imported. So we got the Renegade and it's imported. I don't know what the brake lines bother on those. It's the American Jeeps,
Okay.
like the Wranglers and the Cherokees and all those Jeeps.
Like I said, as long
I
as
don't know if that runs into the later model years because I haven't run into that issue, but there's a lot of Jeeps that Chrysler products, Dodge Caravans, the brake lines.
I never liked the Dodge Caravans.
So yeah, I will make sure that brake. I always test them. I always make sure they don't get hot. And then these both are local customers, so they do come here occasionally for an oil change or anything they need. Although I did see the Suburban went to Valvoline, and I did see they lost all the tire caps, at least on the front wheels. I didn't look at the back wheels yet, so I thought that was kind of cheesy. And I think Valvoline must be in Rochester.
It must be.
It's a quick change, oil change.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So, yep. The Wranglers, they're probably the worst for the brake lines. At the other shop I worked at, if it came in for brakes, we always put the brake lines on them too. So I don't know if they got that fixed on the newer ones. I just don't get I have one customer that just got a 2024 Jeep, and she said she would probably come here for oil changes, although I haven't. She just got it. We got another guy. What's his Jeep? Is that a 2024 or 2025? But I think he takes it to the dealer because he's got a
Warranty.
well, it's not warranted, but he's got an oil change package that he bought with it. So, but he did bring it to me for the key fobs, and I was able to program him another. I don't know. Did we get him one key fob or two? I think just one.
I think it was just one.
But I told him I didn't know if I could program him a key fob. I was able to cut the laser key. I got a laser key cutter back there. It's a manual one. It's just like a little milling machine. So I was able to cut the key and I programmed it. So at first, it's got the gateway. So I can't get by the gateway to program the key. So I call the locksmith, and this is on Saturday, and he's like, "No, we're in an emergency on Saturday." So I'm like, "Whatever, dude. Screw you." So then I have a gateway bypass, so I'd never done it before. This is my first time I ever had to unplug the gateway bypass or use the bypass cable, but you just unplug the two plugs and plug your bypass cable in there, and there's no more gateway. And I programmed his key fobs, and oh, he was so happy. And I got them at aftermarket key. No. I got them at Chrysler key fob, but I got it on eBay and it was a lot cheaper. Just trying up some flies for fishing. I'm hanging for
He's
the
hanging
view.
out just for the views and chatting every so
Yeah,
often. So you
no, I
got,
appreciate it, Rob.
yeah.
So some fly fishing, yeah. When I was younger, we tried it. It's just it takes a lot of patience and some skill to get that the fly out there. So I could never cast it very far, so it just wasn't for me, and I never acquired the skill. And I'm a little bit of an outdoorsman, but not like I just like regular fishing or not with worms or anything, but lures, and I can catch fish. And I used to have a little boat, fishing boat. But the fly fishing, I never got into that. And I was able to catch some trout too, but they were with lures. But yeah, I haven't been fishing for years. I kind of miss it. It was relaxing. One of the jobs I worked at, there was a little creek by, so one of the guys was a bigger fisherman. So we'd all bring our fishing poles at lunch, and we'd go fishing for like 45 minutes. We had an hour lunch break, and we did that. I don't know, for a couple of years in the summer, every day for lunch. We'd all pack our lunch because we'd all know we were going fishing, and we'd all try to catch a big fish. I don't know if we caught very many fish. There was some big smallmouths that we always tried to catch, smallmouth bass. I remember the first largemouth bass I caught,
Those are good eating.
but I threw it back.
Aw.
Such a beautiful fish, and it was big. It's in a lake in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Uh,
bass is good to eat.
so when I was a kid, we went camping a lot, and I caught, I don't know, maybe a crappie or something, but somebody else was walking back, and they had this big northern pike, or they had a couple of them. They're like, "Hey, kid, come here. You want to see this fish?" And I'm like, "Oh man, that's such a big fish." Anyways, he's like, "Yeah, be careful. They got teeth or whatever."
The northern?
Yeah, the fish was as tall as I was.
A
So
northern?
a northern pike, if you were
Yeah.
listening. So he's like, "Here, take this home. Will you be able to fillet, or what do they call it?
Fillet.
Fillet it all up and stuff." And so I did. I brought it home, and Mom filleted it all up, and she's like, "Where'd you get such a big fish?" And I never lied when I was younger, so I did. I didn't want to tell her where I got it, but I ended up telling her that I didn't catch it. But that fish fed. It was me, my brother, maybe two brothers. No, me, my brother, and my sister. I'm not sure if Cody, my other brother, was. But anyways, Mom and Dad, and I think there was a friend, and that big northern pike fed all of us.
Oh, yeah.
And it was and for some reason, we were able to cut around the bones, or Mom was able to cook it so that we didn't have no bones in the meat.
Yeah, them catfish are dirty bottom feeders. Like, yuck.
Yeah, I've never had catfish.
So they feed off the bottom. They eat all the poop and the bad stuff off the bottom of the water. And they're not even kosher. They're awful.
Have you went fishing for catfish?
I've caught a few catfish.
Or are you just talking about what you see on TV?
Fishing? No, I've been fishing a lot. In
You
my
went
life.
fishing?
Yeah, I could fish. You stinker. Yeah.
At least you said it tastes like mud.
Yeah, well, that's because that's pretty much all they eat is mud and poop.
Well, why would you want to eat it then?
Well, people do all the time.
I think he's lying.
He's not lying.
It can't taste like
No,
mud.
it's not a good fish to eat, but people eat it all the time. Not all people, but
Yeah, I'm not. So that I like the northern pike, and I like the McDonald's Alaskan pollock or whatever that is. But that's about it. I guess whatever kind of fish they use, like whatever this restaurant is. Roy Rogers. Yeah, that looked like some good fish at Roy Rogers. How do I get back to that menu?
right there.
Oh, here's the rest of the menu. Yeah, I think
You got burgers and everything.
Well, they do got some good roast beef, chicken. Where's that? What's that one? Spicy chicken sandwich. Where's that fish sandwich that I seen? That looked good. I would eat that one. I don't see it on here anymore. They got breakfast. Yeah, that ham, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwich. That looks good. Well, they should have a Roy Rogers here. I'd eat some of this food.
Oh, Leisure, now you got him started.
Yeah, he's messing around with it. That catfish don't taste like mud.
Oh yeah, catfish is horrible.
Well, no, they probably put seasoning on it and cook it in special sauces and oil. He's messing around with you.
No. Catfish is a bottom feeder.
I don't care. He's messing around with you. They don't taste like mud. When is the last time you had a catfish?
I haven't had a catfish.
Then how do you know what it tastes like?
I don't know what a cat tastes like, but people have told me it tastes like shit.
Nobody would eat it then.
Oh, people do.
Yeah, he's laughing so hard right now.
Mexicans eat it. Fucking hillbillies eat it. You might eat it.
So I was up and
you might have had it in your life.
no, I don't. I never had catfish.
Oh, okay.
So I
They have whiskers. That's why they call them catfish.
okay.
They have whiskers like.
Well, so he's not kidding.
No, he's not kidding.
Yeah, so
It's the worst fish almost the worst fish you could possibly eat. It is not kosher. Even the Jews won't even touch that shit. And they eat a lot of different foods, but no pork and no catfish. No bottom feeders.
yeah, so I do a lot of service calls up in just south of Minneapolis, St. Paul. We got an oil refinery up there, and there's a landfill up there I'll go to, and I work on the machines up there. Yeah, I got some videos of me going up there and fixing the excavators, but the Mexican guys up there, and they're all still there. They're legal. They would buy me lunch, but they would get real Mexican tacos and Mexican food. And they brought some for me one time, and I didn't necessarily like it. I don't like real Mexican tacos. At least the ones they got me. So that's, like Leisure said, it was terrible. That's my experience with Mexican food, though.
Yeah, but
I always thought like Mexican food was like our tacos, but I guess it's not.
just because you have one bad experience doesn't mean.
Well, okay, the Mexican food truck over there, I didn't like that food. And
You've never had street tacos before.
and that's why I probably got sick. I just wasn't used to what it tastes like.
Yeah, I mean, you're very, very, very picky eater,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really hard to get you to try new things.
Tex-Mex, his tacos are Tex-Mex.
Yeah, so Texas Mexican, meaning not real Mexican. So
So it's
it's
between.
American Mexican, basically. It's not actual from Mexico. So the taco truck that came, or the Mexican truck that came,
Was Tex-Mex.
was not Tex-Mex. It was actual Mexican food. And he's never
So maybe
had,
I got sick because I seen all the people in there just using their hands, and there was little kids in there.
he's never had actual Mexican
Maybe just the
food.
sight of it made me sick, but anyways,
Yeah.
I got sick, and I didn't want to
He
ever go
psychs
back.
himself up on food a lot. So told me I put too much butter in our scrambled eggs the other night. I mean, oh, it just tasted funny. No, it did not taste
So when
funny.
I
It was
make
just
scrambled
fine.
eggs, I'll put the butter in the pan, but I'll wipe all the butter out and then put the scrambled
Yeah, that
eggs in.
doesn't make any sense.
Well, you like cooked them in the butter; they were like buttery.
Well, who doesn't like buttery eggs?
I don't.
So
All right.
next time, so next time I cook, you need to be blindfolded, or you need to get the fuck out.
You don't
till
think
I'm
I?
done
You don't think I would taste that
cooking.
butter?
No,
I didn't
you
watch
wouldn't.
I didn't watch you cook them.
You sure as heck did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
you did.
tasted the butter. I said they were a little runny.
No. Yep. See, his scrambled eggs are loaded with butter.
Mm.
I just put a little tiny little daub of butter on the bottom of the pan, so so they don't stick. You add some milk to your eggs, and you beat them up, and then you throw them in the butter, melted butter in the pan, and
I think your dog's gotta go outside. I
Roll
can't do
'em
it.
up and-
I'm on the live stream.
oh, okay.
You gotta go outside?
And yeah,
No, she's just antsy.
they're really good.
She wants a ball.
Yep, she's just trying to play.
Well, get me a ball.
Get your ball.
Where's the ball?
Get it. It's right here. That's her new one.
All right, we'll go play. You ready?
Really?
Well, maybe she does gotta go outside.
Oh boy.
You gotta go potty?
It's raining outside.
Well, maybe she doesn't know that.
You're gonna make me take you out in the rain? Oh, you're so nasty.
Come here.
Go. Oh, good girl.
Yeah, she might want to play. I don't know.
She's just goofy tonight.
We're just ignoring her. It's Daisy time.
Yeah, it is Daisy playtime.
Normally we'd be playing.
Well-
End of the day.
It's raining out.
End of the day, we're all. Michelle cleaned up, and I took the recycling out. I took the scrap steel out. We might be losing our internet. Maybe. The internet around here is not good when it rains.
No, that's really bad.
And we did switch internet. What do we got? Metro?
We got Metro by T-Mobile. And it's portable, so that's nice.
Yeah, we'll be able to take it with us in the motorhome. I'm just thinking though, I seen a thing for Starlink the other day, and for like I think it's like $40 or $35.
Really?
Yeah, might be cheaper than Metro.
Yeah, because I know.
Am I
a lot
still
of
on your
people-
feed, or did I lock up?
No, you're still on there.
Well, I'm locked up on my computer. Well, I guess I gotta press play. All right, now it's back going.
Yeah, it's going.
I just didn't want to lose the internet because we lose internet here all the time. Like some mornings I'll get in and I can't do nothing because there's no internet. I can't order parts. I can't look nothing up. So I guess internet here in the rural areas is a big thing.
You have Infinity? Yeah, and that's all over too, but like the United States.
I'm just thinking that Starlink might be the way to go as long as all this little Starlink satellites don't get shot down. I think China's trying to take all this Starlink satellites out.
Yeah, but Starlink is like the motorhome internet go-to.
Well, we don't know that. We'd never.
Oh no! According to all the sites that I'm on for motorhome,
It used to
living
be
and
expensive, but now I see ads for. I think it's $39.95.
everyone always. Well, people ask, in the groups, and they're like on Facebook, and they're like, "Well, who do you go with for your internet? Who's the best when you're traveling?" Oh, we do Starlink. But then I have other people that say Metro or T-Mobile, which is the same company. It's just Metro's cheaper.
So my house is a few blocks away from here. I think like 3 blocks. So I get my internet at my house and then I beam it over here to my shop. So I cheat a little bit, but I got like a 5G beamer thing that beams it over here. And I always thought that my little beamer, my internet, I can't remember what you call it, but I always thought that thing was losing my speed. But then we get this Metro and I'm able to get, I think one night we got 175 meg. So if my old internet we had, I could never get like 9 megabytes is as fast as it would go. The only problem I have with this Metro is, yeah, it's slow in the morning sometimes, and then they seem to limit my upload. So like when I'm putting a video onto YouTube, it's they actually limit me down. So do I actually, hey Phil, so do I actually like being a mechanic or too old to start over again? No. So I kind of been wrenching all my life and been around it. And then I was always working as mechanic jobs, like changing engines or rebuilding engines or doing brakes, but it was for other people. And, that's how I acquired all my tools. But so over that time, and it was some frustrating years, and I would get mad. And anyways, I finally found another job to where I was in like prototyping and manufacturing. And so I did that for a few years, but then I had to get back into, I'm like, I was taking care of my dad at home, and so I had to be there around. He was in his elder years, and I knew he didn't have much time left, so I decided to quit that job and just go home. And I didn't know what I was going to do. So when I did that, I would be out there working in the garage. I got my own tools. Everything's at home now. So what I did, people started coming over, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Well, I quit my job, take care of dad." I'm like, I don't know if we could have both of us could have lived off his Social Security, but so people started coming over. I started fixing cars in my garage, which I had a hoist in there anyways. I bought for my Corvette so I could lift my Corvette up and down. But I started fixing cars, and I started getting busy, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put an ad out on Facebook. So I ended up having to take that ad down on Facebook within like just a few hours of posting it because my phone went off the hook. People like they knew me from when I worked on cars here before. They all knew who I was. They all trusted me. So I cannot advertise now. I got a few signs on the front of my building, and yeah, I was able to grow out of the garage and buy my own building. So yeah, I love it now. I come to work every day early, and I work till sometimes 9, 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
I just love it now, and I fix everybody's car. Everything that's wrong with it. I don't know. We don't rebuild any engines or transmissions. I guess I do some rear ends. Used to do transfer cases, but I don't think I'll do that anymore either.
Oh, are you responding to this Phil guy?
Yeah, I was just telling him what was going on. Yeah, so whenever I worked for somebody else, they would treat me right, but I always started out low. But I'm telling you, when I worked for other people, like I had to force myself to get out of bed. It was terrible, and I couldn't wait for 5 o'clock. I wanted to go home.
Yeah, and so our business
No,
hours.
that's not. That's what I'm not.
No, I know.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
No, you know. So now I get up. Sometimes I get up at 5 o'clock because I want to go to work. 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's what I was just gonna say.
I'm so excited to get here and fix everybody's car, and I'm more than happy to do it. I do get a little mad sometimes if something goes wrong or I cut my finger or it's blood. If I get some blood coming out, I don't like that. I don't like having to buy tools off the tool truck because they're so expensive, and not having other mechanics in your shop to rely on. I have to have everything. So I don't think I've had to borrow any tools from anybody. No. So, and if I do need something, Amazon usually can get it here in the next day, or I know I've bought some sockets from Napa and O'Reilly, so they will deliver whatever tools I need or specialty tools.
Yeah, we get that like within 15 minutes.
I don't have a 1, 2, 3, 4 YF machine. I need one of those. I don't have a tire machine. I don't want to do tires here, but I do like valve sims and sensors and all that. So I need a tire machine because I just break them down by hand right now, and I'm getting too old for that. Got to get down on my knees, and then I got to hold the tire down while I change the sensor, and I don't like that. So I want to get a tire machine so I can have the tire machine do it for me. Diagnostics, yeah, you can make money on diagnostics at like a car dealer. Yep. In Ohio, mobile diagnostics. Yep. So I'm thinking about moving to Florida. You already moved to Florida 2 years ago.
2 years now. That's
So
awesome.
so I'm thinking as soon as I get this shop paid off, because of the cold, because of Michelle, we are thinking about moving to Florida, so that's what I would do is mobile. And I'm like, I want a drive-on hoist on a trailer or put wheels onto my drive-on hoist so I can bring that and pull that with my F-150. And then I can do mobile repair on the road in Florida, baby. Yeah, the Matco, I had some good Matco stuff, but lately the guy could be watching, so I don't want to say nothing too bad about Matco. I will show you my new Matco pliers though, and this thing is the bomb. So I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, it is a little spendy, but he's got some pretty cool pliers he got from Matco. All right, I guess we're going out mowing, Daisy?
So this one here is I seen it on the truck and I'm like, what is this? And it says Matco on it. You probably can't see, but right here. So I'm like, what is this? And he says it's a fuse puller. But when we look it up, he says it's a clip tool. So, but anyways, even though it's a clip tool, it works awesome for fuses. The only thing I can see about it for like working with electrical is it's not insulated at all. But this was like $68 or $67. We looked it up last week. I'm not going to look it up. It's in that range, upper 60s. But it's awesome for pulling fuses, and it can even pull J-case fuses and relays. I use it for. Yeah, I love this tool, and it's my new favorite tool from Matco. So I have a Snap-on, like stripper crimper, and I got the bigger one, where it's the bigger one right here, and I wanted to trade this in for one that does smaller wires, because I always work with smaller wires. The Snap-on guy would not trade this in for the other one, so I got one off the Matco truck, and I don't like it at all. It's stiff, but it is for the smaller wires. But I feel like this is actually a quality tool, but I don't feel that this one is. This one looks like a Dorman. So let's go look. Let's see where my Dorman one is. Yep, the Dorman one is here. So these two are very, very similar. And this one's a Dorman right there. And this one's a Matco. I don't even know if that's USA. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put these ones back. So yeah, I like Mac tools. When I was first started out, I would do some Mac. I had a Mac tool truck that would stop. We had all the tool trucks back then, but back in the day, I got some good quality Mac tools that I love. Yeah, so that's the other thing. Like if I sold this, and it would be hard. I talk about this with my reps all the time. Like I want to get out of here and move to Florida. But the reason that I am busy and the reason that I can pay the bills is because I have a customer base and it's pretty large. I have a lot of customers. I haven't counted them. It's over 200.
Of reoccurring regulars, yeah.
Yeah. So over the 35 years I've been working on cars, I've gained all their trust, and they all trust me, and they know I'm not going to take advantage of them.
Yeah.
But I've gained all them customers, and like if I had to start over, I would not be able to. It would be hard. I have thought about it. It would be extremely hard, especially in today's economy when people are very conservative lately.
Yeah, but that's when if you're doing mobile service, that's when we would, with YouTube, we could advertise through that. We could advertise on the vehicles. And then people could actually look up, our history of this shop and everything else too, and realize that we're reputable. We're good people, and I don't know. I think it'll carry with us. I honestly
No,
think
it would
will.
never carry with you if you moved away. Nobody knows who you are, Michelle. How would they know? I guess they could
Google
look
everything.
I guess they could look it up on Google. I do get some people that will search for us on Google, I guess. I did have somebody leave me a 1-star review the other day, and I asked, like, I don't even know who the person was, and I asked like, what did I do to you? And the very next day they changed it to a 5-star. So I don't know.
So the problem with hiring people is that we can't hire someone that's not. Pete
I
has to
just
have someone that knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so I do give people trials here, and I haven't found anybody that can change oil yet. Not that I trust. Of course, mostly kids are the ones that try out for that because that's where you got to start them out. And then when I find out they can't change oil, then I have them do even
More grunt work.
yeah, and they don't like that, so they don't stay. Uh, we're very very what do you call it?
Pete's very meticulous in his work. He needs to make sure everything's done perfectly, and
Yeah,
if it's not,
yeah,
then he loses sleep over that.
yeah.
He's got to make sure everything's done right the first time.
And I'm not, so I do know a couple techs that I could hire, but they're going to be like $35-40 an hour people. Right now, I can't afford to do that. I mean, if I had everything rolling, yeah, I do prefer to work alone, but if I had everything rolling, maybe I could have the income to do that. Or maybe that's my problem, why I got to pay in so much this year in taxes that I'm just not doing that. I don't know. I don't know that part of the business. So I need maybe an accountant to talk to. But yeah, I like to do it myself. That way I can keep the shop clean. I can go at my own pace. I can make sure the work gets done properly. Yeah, I don't think their parents teach them enough. Like my dad, I was out helping my dad change oil when I was 5 years old. Yep, and they're always on their phone. So the kids I did have in here, they would do their job what I told them to do, or we ran out of we got our work done. Well, they would sit on their phone when they could have been cleaning the shop, organizing the tools, or sweeping the floor, or doing something productive, or
Wiping tools down.
something,
Or
learning.
anything.
But they would go on their phone to their social media, and I didn't like that. It's different if you're on your break, but when you're on my time, I think you should be organizing or just doing something. We did have some younger kids come in that cleaned the floors all the time. They were not too bad.
Yeah, well, they would come in and, I mean, on their own, well, they're in school and they're much younger, like they're children, but they'd come in and say, "Hey, could we come clean the shop?" And we're like, "Sure." And they'd clean the hoist.
But
and,
I don't think they had phones yet. But
yeah, well, they had limited
yeah,
time on their
so
phones.
HVAC on the cars nowadays, yeah, that gets pretty technical. It ain't like the old days, but yeah, you got to have a computer if you're gonna do that to know what's going on with the car. Yeah, I figured it out the other day. I think I got 16 years left before I'm gonna retire. I'm not sure.
I don't think this man will ever retire.
Yeah, I'll stay working.
He told me, he said, I dream of you, I dream of sleep, I dream of this, I dream of that, and I dream to go to work in the morning. And I'm like, you're fucking crazy.
Yeah, I have dreams about fixing people's cars and whether or not I tighten the drain plug or whether or not I tighten the lug nuts, but I always do. And if I have any questions about it, I'll call the person and have them come back. But eventually, I mean, if you can't remember you did it, you got to know that you did it. So
yeah, he's got a notebook right in front of that laptop there.
page for today, but nothing we had to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'll slow it down. I've already slowed down quite a bit.
Well, he was working 7 days a week.
So
like
what?
8
Yeah,
to 8.
when
Now
I first started, before Michelle was here, I was working every day, and the doctors and lawyer people like that because they could get their car fixed.
And now I told him, no, Sundays, it is not a work day. We are not open on Sundays. And Saturdays, only half a day, which is 9 till noon.
But I still work all day on Saturday.
He still does. Even on his birthday, he worked. It just.
Yeah, but I wanted to spend my birthday here.
I know, that's what you wanted to do.
Yep. I got a scope and a J box and bunch of homemade pro or load testers, and
Smoke machines.
no, he's talking about the diagnostic side. I
Oh,
got 2 scanners. I want to get the S2, the Ultra S2. I just can't justify the cost yet. I did see one. Is it a Mukar? It's got some AI stuff on it. I can afford that one right now. I might get that one, and it's got lifetime updates. I think it was a Mukar. I put it in my I know I put it in my cart.
there goes our date night tomorrow.
It's not in that cart.
Just kidding.
It's not.
Snap-on scanner is definitely not worth it.
Yep, Snap-on is not worth it. Yeah, it's a Mukar 892 BT. So this scanner's got some AI stuff in it, and I was thinking for the price, I might just get one. I got to get a new scanner anyways. The only one I got up to date is my X tool, and that one I bought for programming keys. But my launch still does it. But yep, and ThinkCar is this Mukar. They're associated, I'm sure of it. But yeah, I'm not the greatest at using scopes, but I can get it hooked up there, and I can usually get the wave pattern. I can usually find the problem or what I need to see. So that's the thing with the Autel Ultra S2. It has the built-in scope, and it does a bunch of stuff with networks and that I need or could use. What do they call that? The CAN bus, stuff like that. Yeah, I just got a little X tool, and I bought it just for the programming key part of it. So it's not as good as the launch as far as diagnostic and the ease of using the operating system. The one thing I don't like about the Autel is they don't let you use like the Play Store or put apps on there, and I do have some homemade apps that I use on my scanners. So I don't know. They say you can like jailbreak it and hack it. I just don't want to do that on brand new tool. So the launch, I can put all my apps on there. I don't think the X tool I can, but I just bought the cheapest Bluetooth one. I should have got the one with the cable. I can't remember what number it is, but I got like a D7 something. And it works great for tools. And then my brother borrows it a lot, so he does a lot of diagnostic with it. But he's a heavy duty tractor truck mechanic, so he does get a few cars in that he'll work on. So yeah, my X tool is still being updated, so it gets live updates. So when I did that Jeep no, it wasn't a Jeep, it was a different car. I did the programming on the key, and it was a newer car. It would not do it, and it wouldn't do it. So it's doing the same thing my launch did. So I seen it had some updates, so I did the updates, and after the updates, it had everything just like the regular key programmers. Yeah, no, I got apps like I'll show you one of them. I guess I'll get my phone. So I have this cool app that I use for my business. So right here, I made this calculator. It's an Android app. So let's say I buy something we'll just use an even number for $10. I even put clicky sounds in there. So I put my markup on. Right there, it gives me my markup. So and we use this so we take credit cards here, but I don't get enough credit cards
to pay for the monthly.
Yeah, so we got to charge them a little bit. So say somebody's got their bill of 35.87 right there. So if their bill's 35.87, and they pay for credit card, I got to charge them $37.20. So this figures it all out. And then I made it so I could change all the percentages right here. So yeah, I used to make a lot of apps, and I still have like 4 or 5 apps on the Play Store, and I'm making another one. So I'm making I'm making a chassis thing that's actually will be Bluetooth to my phone and wireless. So each chassis will have a battery and a Bluetooth transmitter, and then I'll drive the car and see which wheel bearing is the loudest. So I'm in development on that one right now. I gotta work on the Android side. So I got the measurement of the sound and the battery, the battery wireless and all that's all figured out. So it does work when I hook it into my computer. I can graph it, but I need to get the app side done, and it takes a long time. Like my first app I made on my phone, for my phone, Android app, I have 3 years of development in it, many, like hundreds of thousands of lines of code I had to type. So I like to put apps on my stuff.
Yeah, but what one was their first one?
Auto inspection. So it was an inspection app I made that you could put all your cars in, or if you were looking to buy a new car, you just put it all in there, and then it took a lot of years. And then you could go to the car dealer or the used car dealer salesman after you went out for your test drive and did the inspection on your phone. And it highlighted everything that you found wrong with the car. And it also kept track of oil changes, and I can't remember. I don't use it anymore. It's outdated, and you can't get it on the Play Store anymore unless you have an older phone.
You even have a cute little game, like an old school, really
That's
fun
on my website.
little game, yeah.
But another app I made, this is a cool one. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. I did put it on my phone, Sky Journal. So here, I'll turn it on. So like I used to watch the stars a lot. So today is April 9th. Yeah, it's got the day right. So if I see a satellite, I click this button. I put the satellites in there. If I see a falling star, I click that button. I put it in there. But watch what happens if I see another satellite. It counts 2, 3, 4. If I see a falling star, now it's going to count that one. But I can also type in here. And this is like a journal, so it can keep track of everything. So I can just say it was a great day today. So now if I just down this and go home, so if I bring it back up again, so I don't want to, in case something's on my phone. So I just cleared everything off my phone. So now I'm going to go back into the Sky Journal, and it'll be there. So then tomorrow, so here's everything where I was. So tomorrow, when tomorrow comes, this all resets for tomorrow. But then I made something so it's got 2 drawers. So here's my first entry. That's today. So that's going to stay there. That's where your entries are. But I have 2 drawers. Why is that select all up there? Oh. And then it can back up to your SD card or whatever. You can change all the colors. So like I have it set on red for night because red light is best on your eyes. I can change all the fonts. I put all this stuff in here. But I got to be pretty good at making apps and knowing how to do it. But lately the Android Studio has changed a little bit. All right, Phil.
Thanks for joining us, Phil.
Yeah, we're just going to have live feeds on Thursday, so maybe we'll see you next Thursday, or you can check out some of my videos. I'm gonna have a short video on the Suburban tomorrow. How long has we been doing the live?
Oh, 1 hour and a half at least. Almost 2
108
hours.
minutes.
Yeah.
Well, we still got 6 people. We're not boring everybody.
Well, that's okay.
So what scanners do you guys have that you like? I used a lot of them. I like Autel. I do not like the Snap-on. We had a Snap-on Zeus. That thing was the most terrible thing to. It did have some good diagnostic assistance on it, but it was terrible to navigate. It was super slow, super heavy. So I don't know if I like the S2 because it's so big, like the Ultra. The Maxisys S2, the Autel. The only thing I can see about that, it might be too big. I might not like it because of that. And I don't know how heavy it is. So might not like it because of that. So yeah, I really want. I know they make smaller Maxisys, so maybe I'll look into one of those. I do like all the features of the S2. I like the split screen. I've never used one, but I have had my hands on one at the Napa Tool Convention. So that's where I found out all the information. And then the big what do they call it? The device that plugs into your car. It's got the big box with the scope built into it and all that, and you got to have that plugged in. So I did ask the guy if I could use the smaller Bluetooth one that I got for my TPMS tool, and he said, of course you can link that up, but why would you want to? And I'm like, I don't want to have this big cable thing hanging around all the time. So he did say that they were interchangeable, so I did not have to have the big still trying to think of the right word. I'll just look it up so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the VCMI, so that thing. And you can use the little, here, I'll go get it so you guys will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, the vehicle control interface. So he said with the Autel, the S, or at least the S1 or whatever, he said this was compatible. I could use this instead of the big one. So this is just for my TPMS tool. So yeah, and then I see it comes with like a power probe thing you can get as a free gift. $5,300 right from the Autel authorized seller. When it comes with like an inspection camera. All right, get back to my feed here. So yeah, I think we might wrap it up for tonight. Kind of running out of things to talk about. The dog's getting a little antsy.
And I'm freezing.
Yeah, we turned off the oil burner for the live feed.
Because it's loud.
But it's 42 degrees outside, so it's not too bad. But yeah, so we'll get better for next time, and maybe we'll have more to talk about. I see we had a little bit more people this time, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was nice.
So yep, we're gonna get ready to wind her down for today. Get headed home, and I gotta eat some of that. What kind of food was it? Japanese?
Yeah.
Japanese.
It's really good. I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
And it's very plain.
So I just want to say thanks to everybody that watched and put up with my crap, and thanks Michelle for not getting too mad at me.
Aw, I love you.
And sticking in and helping. So Michelle helps with everything around here, and makes my day go a lot better.
Yeah, I deal with all the customers and make everybody happy, and when they have tears, I have a shoulder for them to cry on. And
yeah, sometimes it's expensive for people to get their cars fixed. I'm telling you that.
And Pete is really not.
I'm glad I fixed my own cars. I'm telling you that.
Well, except for the Impala.
Yeah, I'm not fixing the Impala.
Oh.
It can just rattle and.
Well, if you just put that strut in the back and fixed it, then I could drive it like it's hot.
No, you can still drive it, but I'm not fixing that strut. It's not worth it.
I can't drive it. The whole ass end sways everywhere.
It's okay.
No.
Well, you think that's bad? You want to race a car?
I don't want to race that car.
Racing a car is going to be a little bit more squirrely than that.
No, it'll be squirrely not from the ass end, it's from broken things.
From all the ruts in the track and the.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, driving the Impala is like a piece of cake compared to that. So yeah, I think we're gonna shut her down for tonight, and thank everybody for watching. And loose is fast. The leisure's still there.
Leisure. So
Yeah, it's better
the
than
rear
coming.
strut in my Impala, which is a 3.9.
No, your Impala is a 2011.
No, the engine.
Who cares what the engine is?
Because it's a fucking police interceptor engine and it's fast. She got balls. And she's got over 300,000 miles on her. And she still doesn't drip one little drip of oil or
Oh
nothing.
yes, when I left it into the shop that night.
That wasn't that car.
Yes, there was.
Well, then
there was
that's your fault because I
there's
haven't driven her in months.
I think you better check the oil level on it because there's 3 puddles underneath that in the front. I think the power steering's leaking, the transmission's leaking, and the engine.
What did you do to my car?
And the coolant. Everything is leaking on that car.
Oh, you're in so much trouble.
I don't have that many miles on it.
I'm pulling the freaking attitude adjuster out of the motorhome tonight. He's gonna get his ass whooped. Put the strut in yourself, Michelle.
It's the rear one. It's
Show Pete how it's done.
It's super
Oh,
rusty.
I'll just grab the paddle and make him do it.
It's super rusty too. It's blown out.
Yeah.
I think it got water in there and it froze this winter. Like that wheel did not have any suspension. The sway bar links, one side's broke off and the other side's making a heck of a bunch of rattling noises.
I paid like $750 for the car, but
Yeah,
I really like that car, and Pete loves it more than I do.
I just like it because I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, you can't even. I can't even drive it around town more than 30 miles an hour without thinking I'm going to end up in someone's freaking front yard.
That car is in such bad shape. Like I can't. There's nothing I can do. Like if I get in there dirty or greasy or anything, there's nothing I can do to make that car any worse than it already
Can we
is.
put the engine in that Jeep Grand Cherokee?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we'll
But
do that.
That's too rusted out.
The Grand Cherokee?
Yeah, it's pretty rusted.
Is it rusted more than the Impala?
I'm probably the same.
Oh.
It would be, you would have to make an adapter plate and you would have to figure some stuff out on the wiring and the computer, probably swap the whole wiring harness and the computer, and then your dash ain't gonna work right. And
I don't give a shit about the dash. I need to shut all that speedometer, everything. I don't need any of that.
like the last time, I think I changed the computer on my Corvette. I upgraded to a newer version.
Well, we're custom car here. Isn't that what we do?
No.
He hasn't even had a beer yet, you guys. I gotta feed this guy. I gotta give him an IV drip. He needs an IV drip tonight.
Leisure said to put the strut in yourself.
Yeah, I know. I told him I'll just grab the paddle and you'll do it for me.
No, I'm just a little afraid that might be too much.
I just had an alignment done on that car. And a sway bar link put in it. And you blow up my strut and drive it like a fucking lawnmower on crack.
I tried that car good because I want it to last.
Oh, it ain't gonna last.
Hey, you don't need a good strut to make it last.
You can't even keep it on the road hardly. He drives the sucker through the freaking goddamn blizzards. I'm telling you. I think I'm talking to my phone, but yep. He's driven that thing through the blizzards and everything.
Yeah, Rob told me I should stay here one night because it was so bad, but I drove home at 10 miles an hour all the way home. I made it.
And then Paula with the broken strut in the rear.
Yeah, when you're going 10 miles an hour, you don't know anything's wrong.
Well, until you hit a little slippery spot and then boop.
No, that would be the alignment.
Well, alignment was just done.
Yeah, so as long as the spring is up, the alignment's still going to be on.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll put a few blocks in the back.
Yeah, then it'd be like when I drove in the winter, it'd be too stiff. Yeah, Mrs. O fixes her own cars.
Yeah, well, I used to too, but I'm a little intimidated with this guy next to me. Okay,
I'll help
and
you.
you'll micromanage me. That's what you'll do, and then I'll have to fuck you up. So we just don't, moms and pops don't work well together. Same business maybe, but not in the same, next to each other, hip to hip, 24/7 in the same shop.
I do just fine.
Oh yeah. We'll see about that. He does just fine because he's laughing. Yeah, this is just a very, very gentle, light bickering we do. You should
Well,
see.
most of the time it's because you don't listen to me.
You should see when we got customers walking in the middle of a feud.
We don't have any feuds.
Okay. I'll look over. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? What can I do for you? And then they'll be like, did I come at a wrong time? Nope, you came at the perfect time.
I don't think I've never heard of any of that. Is that when I'm gone?
No, that's when you're here. Every time you see someone pull up, what do? You go run that way and hide in the other bay. And you're like, oh shit, someone's here. I gotta run and hide. Michelle could deal with them.
Well, yeah, when you're here, I go over there, so I don't have to deal with them.
I know.
The bookkeeper slaps our local independent around.
That would be me. Alrighty. Well, it was really, really great to have this live tonight. It was fun.
Yep, so we're signing off. Hopefully you guys will come back next week.
Next week for I don't know if it'll be Thursday for me next week. I gotta have a couple.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens, but I'm pretty sure we'll be here next Thursday, or I will be.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody, I hope you guys all have a good night, and I'm signing off. And thanks, Leisure, and if you're still there, and Phil. All right, see you guys.
Bye, Leisure. Bye, guys.